So today we were looking at multiplication of integers, and we were trying to figure out what the rules were for multiplication of integers. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through a couple of problems, and we're going to talk about why the rules of integers are the way that they are. So we're going to start off really simply by just talking about just what a regular multiplication would look like. So if we have two groups of 5, well, we know that what we're doing is we're taking a group of 5, and I'll just draw them out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a group of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we were to just add those together, which is what multiplication is, we're going to end up with the answer of 10. Now things get a little bit more dicey when we start talking about negative integers. And so if we had negative 2 groups of 5, then what that's going to mean is that we are going to lose 5 twice, is what that means. So we have a group of negative numbers and another group of negative numbers. And I know that my circles are not the greatest. So what we're showing here is that we've got the negative groups are represented. We have a negative group here and a negative group here, and if we just simply go back to what multiplication is, which is a faster way to add, we've got 2 negative groups of 5 chips inside, and we've got negative 10. So if we counted each of these up, there's negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we've got a negative 10 as our answer. Now, it gets even more confusing when we start talking about negative times a negative, or negative groups of negative numbers. So we're going to use the same numbers. We're going to use negative 2, and we're going to multiply it by negative 5. Now this is going to be I'm going to try and talk my way through this a little bit, just to give you a little bit of a better understanding. So what does this mean? Well, this means that you're already $5, or we'll use it in terms of dollars, $5 in the hole. So what it means is that you're already behind by $5. You're already in the negatives of $5. And anytime, so I'm going to represent those by just drawing those circles out again. And you got 2 groups of those negative 5s. Now, where does this come into play? What this means is that you're actually subtracting 2 groups of negative 5. Now, that might not make a lot of sense, but if you think about what this looks like, if you're 2 groups of $5 in the hole, you're already owing $10. So you're already negative $10 in the hole. But if you're subtracting 2 groups of 5, what that means is that you're actually taking away some of that debt. So if I was to show that by highlighting or scratching off, what it means, if we subtract 1 group of 5, we've improved our situation by $5. And then if we take away the second group of 5, well then actually we've actually improved by 2 groups of 5 each time. So we subtracted what we owed, and we ended up adding money to our situation, which gave us a positive 10. Instead of a negative 10. So what we've done is we've canceled out that negative. So if you think about it again in terms of dollars, let's say you owe $10, and then someone says, you know what, I'm going to forgive you some of that debt. You've done your homework or you've done whatever. And when they forgive it, they're getting rid of what you owe. So they're actually helping you by giving you, so adding $5 to your total by forgiving that debt, scratching it off. And if they do it twice, then you're forgiving that debt a second time, and you're actually improving again. So you're actually adding $5 to your situation, and when you just multiply, then you end up with plus 5 plus 5, and you end up with positive 10. So that is how you're going to end up with canceling out those 2 negatives. Those 2 negatives will equal a positive. Take a look back at this video if you need to, and this is a real quick, you know what, actually before we go, let's do this one more. I'm going to do this on a number line. Let's say that this is kind of your, let's talk football. This is a good example because we talked about this in class. Let's say you had in football you had a penalty and you had to move back 5 yards. and then you had to move back again 5 yards. So you had 2 penalties in a row, and you ended up going back 5 yards. You'll know that you're already starting negative 10 yards back from where your line of scrimmage was, and we'll call the line of scrimmage that. Now, let's say that a team gets a penalty and they negate or they cancel out that 5. Now on the number line, you've actually improved 5, and then let's say that team takes another offsides penalty again, and they negate the second penalty that you took before, so 4 penalties on 4 plays, and you've actually improved again, so you were +5 and +5 on the number line, resulting in you getting back to the line of scrimmage and getting rid of where you were at and moving forward again towards where you originally began. Take a look at this video again if you need to. Try and put it into context that you understand, whether it be dollars or whether it be sports or whether it be, heck, even weather. Something along those lines. That will hopefully give you a better understanding of what the concept is when you're multiplying integers. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment section below, and we'll do what we can to try and answer any of those questions. Best of luck.